Hi, Virgo. All right, welcome to the space. Welcome to OPAL Oracle. All right, so, Virgo, whenever this finds you, I do hope you are well. I want to just jump right in here. So, I decided to use this Primordial Tarot, which the last time we had this, we used this, you had the Shaman. Remember that reading? Let's see what this one is. Oh, the Lovers. Or in this deck, it's entitled the Union, which is actually the card that comes after the Shaman. So I want to read you straight out of the book for this because Sergio Topi is amazing, and he has done such great work in creating and expressing through imagery what wants to be known, right? It says here that people have deep memories of being connected to spirit and of being one with all things. Yet our experience tells us that we are also separate. These ancient memories call out of connection. The ancient memory calls us out of connection and drives us towards union. During this human experience, we desire to reach out to others, to touch intimately. This longing for union expresses itself in passionate desire for another and in the need to belong. Connection not only fulfills our need to connect, but it also provides safety. When we choose to unite with others, we feel safer and can also protect each other. It reminds us that we are not really alone. Good. We've been talking about you coming down off the mountain for a while, whatever that means to you, right? Let's see what they're looking at. I'm curious. Oh, prosperity. So you're looking at the 10 of Earth. Well, in others, then there is prosperity when connected with others. I would say the family is blessed here. You know, there's money and comfort, and this is safety and security, right? This is why people used to have big families. Why family is so important, because you work together, right? And with each other and connect in that place. And that connection to pure love is also never broken, whether that's in the physical world or in this nature or the spiritual space, right? Interesting. Suppose there could also be some decisions right now in relation to family. We have these four. I kind of want to open up because it feels like it's going this way. So this could have been what you've been through, but we'll see, okay? Let's open up these first two. The Hierophant, which in essence is the Shaman again, and then it says Spirit has a plan with the Hierophant. Okay, so God has a plan, Virgo. Holy, okay. You know, sometimes we forget that. When you're so deep into something, sometimes it's hard to see the forest for the trees, right? You know what I mean? There's definitely, this is the person with the list, with the plan. This is a plan. This is the Hierophant. There's something like written for you. It'll all get laid out if it isn't already there. Okay? This is also asking, you know, it's kind of asking Spirit too. Like, this is asking Spirit. This is also asking and communicating with other people too. Like, hey, do you have this? Or I'm looking for this. Or I want to make this. Not that it's a bunch of I, selfish. It's just you're aware that there's something here with your existence in this life that is very important. And Spirit has a big plan about that. Could also be some kind of, well, I see like family planning. Plans are, again, like plans around family, decisions around family, trying to figure, there's some kind of connection. It's very positive. Let's go to this one. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, which is actually a very emotional card. It's a person having a hard time, but there's another person there comforting them. Maybe that's something that you're coming to understand a little bit better. This could also be someone in your life that you could comfort. We have a sandpiper with that, which is be playful. So it could very well be where someone that's usually kind of lighthearted is having sort of a rough time right now. If this is you, I could understand that it could be hard to be playful. There was something about that too, where during your prayer it talked about where the heart the young hearts, or the young heart. So I guess this could have to do with children. It's also this innocent place where, you know, when we don't play, we become too serious. When we do, we start worrying about things, whether we're even on the right path, or when everything's fine, we start to question like God's plan, right? In a way. Do you know what I'm saying? Or we think we're in charge or something. But so this could be where part of the way that someone could help someone feel better is by being like, it's kind of like, instead of being the you could be there could be this consoling that's needed, that's just kind of like someone being there and listening and being present, that could really help someone feel so much better so they could get back into this lighter energy. But I also feel like if that happens and the energy's still there, then what you need is something, again, that's a little bit playful. Usually sandpipers at the beach. This is a Cancerian card, so maybe be wise to go down by the water. This is also a release of some kind of emotion so that things, again, can become lighter, right? Maybe things have been too serious for too long or something like that. I would also say if you are a spouse, your partnerships right now are immensely important. We have Lovers, Hierophant. This is also, to me, showing like a husband-wife kind of energy. It's like real powerful there. So be understanding and compassionate to your spouse or to... You know, not everybody can always... Sometimes, for instance, both can stand really strong, right? I'm strong. Oh, I feel strong. Me too. And then we feel so strong together because both are strong, right? But sometimes there's this balance energy. Your neighbor is Libra, where, okay, one person doesn't feel strong at all. And that's why the other person has to be able to hold it, you know? Not hold it like take it from them, but like hold ground, be grounded in themselves, hold their strength in themselves so that they don't get so wrapped up or take what's happening so personally. Do you know what I mean? I would also say if you are involved or even if you're single, like you need to hang out with other people. You need to make sure you go on a date. It could be a friend date, whatever. It could be, you know, it could be one of those things where someone's like just been like working, doing, going to the grocery store, coming home. It's like there's kind of like a little bit of patterning that's normal and it's needed, but it's also like this practical energy then becomes emotional. Remember, where do you go when you slow, Virgo? Where do you go when you stop? Because you are very giving, you know, and understanding, but you need that same back to you. And I would say that it would be helpful if things are getting a little dense, then and someone's just like moody or like scared about something that they don't, because it could be like moodiness where it's not that it's not legitimate here, the feeling, it's just kind of allowing, I guess it's allowing space to be something to open up again so it can be lighter. Let's keep going. What do we have here? Oh, we have Judgment. That's pretty powerful. There's another Spirit card. And the Antelope Spirit, which is life is speeding up. So I'm seeing this as an emphasis of this Spirit has a plan. And maybe right now there's a part of it that feels kind of slow. Where it's like just basic. Like, so I guess keeping up with the basic necessities, right? That's part of Spirit's plan too, right? Making sure there's food and water and, you know, support and things are in order and how to provide for oneself, right? Taurus energy is very self-reliant. It doesn't, and it connects more with, this could be connecting again, it's more people than these like things that aren't, how do I explain this? Let's go back into here. Well, I guess the more you pray right now, the better you feel. Maybe for some of you, you actually need to pray with other people. You know, if you've been holding that space alone too long, maybe you can still have that, and that's very powerful. And you gain a lot of energy. I'm seeing Vesta energy here. You have to, what you're dedicated and devoted to, Hierophant. And Vesta is also, to me, day to day. It's like, again, the dedication, devotion to life, right? And that has a lot of different components in it. There's a lot of things that are always happening and going on, and they need to be made aware of, yes. And sometimes it goes fast, and sometimes it feels slow. But perhaps, again, like, again, if you can't do it by yourself, then you need to know what, there are things you can do on your own, and you are, but people need you too. So don't give up on something or hide. I see wherever there's been like, because this could be one of those things where, again, Spirit has a plan, Spirit has a plan. This is this whole block here, this whole four square. It's like Spirit has a plan. When you play four square, you ever play that when you were a kid? Oh, shucks, I have to plug in the charger. Hold on. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Let's see if I can do this without making it janky. Una memento, it's going to be shaky. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Did it work? Okay, so in Foursquare, you need 4 people to play, right? 1 in each corner. And there's a king. You get to be, what you want to be is you end up being the king. Just a minute. Oh, shit. I tried to pull that too tight. It was too taut, and I tried to yanked on it. Sometimes there may just be things in the way, okay? I guess this could equal stress or, again, like little road bumps here. You got to be silly. We talked about this for over a year. It's like, you guys smile more. You know what I mean? And I know you're a very serious sign. I get it. You understand there's a plan. You understand all these things are necessary. They're all necessary, right? But actually, this year, Aries, your one of your adjustments is going through kind of a test. So because of that, you kind of have to stand where Aries, I am, your confidence, etc., the energy of it to do or to create in a creative way, right? Versus destructive is going to need your strength, but for you to keep that strength at times, you're going to have to let it out so that, again, you can become lighter in your energy, so that you can be strong again, right? Like Aries said, you can't be, I guess the reading could be helpful for you because it could be happening what's in the undercurrent too, or again, someone in your life. But you want to be aware that you can't be 100% anything all the time, super strong, always in charge. No one can do that, okay? Let's see these next ones. Okay, we have the Death card, which is somebody that's got a house for sale here. And then we have Turkey Spirit, which says give gratitude and give with gratitude and grace. And then again, so some of you could be considering moving. That could be something that's big. Maybe for some of you, you don't want to do that. But you know, maybe this is one of those things where it's like, okay, say you live somewhere. Let's make an example. Say you live somewhere and you love where you live. And then you just decide, you know, like things come up and it's what's the most, not that you don't enjoy where you are, but it's like something comes up that causes it to be like, okay, I can feel this shift is coming, right? And the thing is you're settled. This energy shows me settled and premeditated. It's like prepared, right? It's also backed with faith, which is very good. So again, say you're like, oh, I'm going to move from this place to that place. Instead of being like, oh, I don't want to let go of that. It's saying, okay, I know when I let go of that, well, maybe somebody else will, you know, the likelihood could be that someone else could grab onto that, and that's exactly what they need. Do you know what I mean? Someone could be very much worried about home or about their security right now. I see that it's wise, especially to be very responsible in those choices. Like, if you get concerned, if someone gets concerned emotionally, then you go into the physical. You know, it's just like, oh, I'm worried. I don't know if we have enough money or if this is going to work out. And it's like, all right, well, how much money do you have? If you're worried about something, see how much you have of it. You know? And again, there are going to be times where, like, somebody needs support here. And it could be where someone maybe doesn't want to, maybe someone's taking something. What's this card? Road closed. Road closed. Oh, this is where some of you have been. This is where this is going this way too. So, okay, let's go this way for a second. Let's tell this story. So a person's walking along, they're walking along the road, and then they realize it's like They come to a point where you have to take a new path, right? It's like, it's very literal. It's like, okay, road closed. From there, it's like, no, you can no longer stay in this place. You gotta have, and that's meant to be taken with gratitude and grace, right? I'm grateful. Okay, I'm grateful that this is not happening. Understanding, sometimes, again, road closes, rejection, what feels like rejection at times can be protection. Now, of course, that's still hard. Like, sometimes it's like, man, why does it keep doing the same thing? Right? And it's hard to be like, well, just laugh it off. It's no big deal. It's like, well, no, some things are serious. Some things need a plan. Some things need to be prayed about in a way individually and, again, discussed with other people. It could also be one of those things where whoever's really strong in this situation, again, whenever they are, it's like, it's almost surprising when they're not. It could even surprise a person when they're not. It's like, it's not going from these really high to these super lows. It's just like, it's always pretty steady. And so when it even dips a little bit, it feels heavy, right? So this is also where you want to, if you get into that space, another thing, again, you can do to help you is to make it smaller. Okay, be like, okay, what do I have to do today? Right? Maybe it's even starting your day with prayer and being like, okay, God, what do you want me to do today? What am I supposed to do today? I mean, I suppose you could get advice for other people on that, but I would assume that in a relationship, in a family dynamic, in a group dynamic, a community, then everyone that is an adult should be aware of what needs to be done, and no one should be deflecting any responsibilities in that. Everyone's job is important, whatever it may be. So, again, with this road, whenever this road was closed, which is kind of like realizing, like, oh, okay, I know I can't go any further with that. It's not going to do me any good to stay in that place. That hurts a little bit, but then there's faith. Then there starts to be like, oh, I understand now. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm starting to feel better about it. Oh, information is now coming to you. Things are starting to be more in a line. You start to understand, again, the Spirit has this plan. You start to feel more connected with other people, which brings prosperity. Interesting. And maybe for somebody, whatever this worry is because this antelope is coming this way, so is turkey. It's like, maybe you want to think about where when you're going along and it was like you hit a T, you hit a T road, something became perpendicular, because that's what it is. It's not exactly like the road is closed. It's just, it became perpendicular. You were on one path, it was steady, it was straight, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you can't keep going exactly the way that you're going. What happens now is you actually have options. And that in and of itself could be a little bit scary, because it's sort of like you can't see all the way around the curve on both ends. You got to trust Spirit, and you got to trust yourself. And I suppose this could also be asking, like, getting counsel again to understand, like, all right, which way, like, I can realize that we're here. And it's kind of like, take it like Libra in and of yourself. If you go this way, what would happen? If you go that way, okay, what would happen? How does that affect you as a person in the group? If you go this way, that way, how does that affect you and the dynamic of what's going on with other people? What's necessary there, right? If for some reason, and then that, whatever you're connecting with, if you can, have a conversation with that. Okay? If for some reason there can't come to be a resolve, or you need help in and of yourself purely to understand more of your own position in this, then please receive counsel. Go to your dojo. Talk to your teacher, your guru, whoever you connect with in this way. I would also say that faith grows pretty quickly. This is probably going to be more when we get into February, or whenever you find this. I guess it could be like a couple weeks. There's something about the number 2. It's like 222. Capricorn this year had 999. Aries had 777. But 222 is 6. Again, go back to this daily. Maybe you just want to start your day differently. Eat different food. Like, have more intentional prayer. And don't be afraid to say what's going on with you either. Someone needs to not be afraid of that, right? Turkey also is interesting. They actually change color to show their feeling, the males particularly. And they're very iridescent. They seem sort of plain, like from afar, but when you get up close, it's so beautiful. Like, it's so reflective and has all the colors. Okay. I feel like that's good for now. Thank you, Virgo, for being here. You know, and I heard if we wouldn't have done that, then we wouldn't be here now. So maybe it's one of those kinds of things too, to be aware of, or to have that be known, to think about, right? Maybe that's a way to help console or to calm something down for, again, someone to have more faith. This is deeply about trusting people. Trusting, this is about creation here. Okay, I love you so much. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for any of you who are still here. I know these readings are not always easy. What I pick up on is not, I'm very Plutonian, if you will. So thanks for understanding and understanding and being all that you are. Remember, even your smallest efforts matter so much to the whole, okay? So don't forget to remember you don't always have to, being graceful is good. If you are graceful, you have it. You can't earn or learn grace. Right, grace is something within a person. So again, it's like one of those things. If it dips a little bit, just remember it'll come back up. Okay, it's like, and I'm seeing someone like rubbing someone's head or like rubbing someone's back, just kind of easing, you know. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Happiest now. You're secure and steady here, okay? There's a lot of security and steadiness here. People on the same path, okay? And I guess what's important also is to think about, well, if you can see the future in any kind of way, or you can feel it, then this is where you got to make a plan and ensure that things are settled. You know, again, maybe even fast forward into the future again and be like, well, if we do this now, it can affect that then. So just being conscious here. But too far in the future where we don't have answers and it has more to do with Spirit's plan. That's anxiety, and again, wherever that is, it needs soothing. Okay? Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.